I'm Melissa.
I'm Alyssa.
And we're your Buttons babes.
And this week we are going to be pushing that Black History Month button. So, it is February. I don't want to talk about it, but it's February 2022, and every year we've got Black History Month that comes around.
It's our favorite 1 month to learn about Black people.
Yes, and so I recently, and I was super stoked, I'm not even gonna lie, a certain platform, streaming service reached out to me, and they're gonna remain nameless because I'm still processing all of this, and am going to do what they DM'd me about. Anyway, they asked me if I wanted to be featured on their platform as a Black creative for Black History Month. And I was like, oh my God, yes!
Because that's awesome.
I'm fucking pumped. Like, I'm so stoked. And, okay, send us a headshot, bio, and these 2 interview questions. This is where it's gonna be featured, and email everything into this email. And I'm like, okay, awesome. I copy and paste the questions over. I start writing the email. Question number 1 is, what does Black History Month mean to you?
I want to interrupt respectfully to... So we're in the beginning of February right now as we film this, okay?
Yep.
So when do they ask you?
I think it was like February 2nd. Today is what? February,
It's after the 2nd.
Yes,
it's the 5th.
It's
okay.
the 5th, yeah.
But so they asked you on the 2nd of February. I want, so we're all clear.
Yeah, context is important.
The planning that went into...
/ lack of, hurt.
So
hurt.
I'm sorry. So you copy pasted and the question is?
Yes, what does Black History Month mean to you? And I started to type and I was like, it made me so uncomfortable because I didn't have anything remotely positive to say to the answer of this question. It was because to me, like, my matter of fact, honest answer, it's like, it's another month. Like, it's
February.
It's February.
It's a short month.
Black history is American history. It's my history. It's my every goddamn day. Like, I'm Black every day. So that I have a hard time with Black History Month because it feels, and it is, that we have dedicated just 1 month out of the year to educate individuals on Black history. And same thing goes with Hispanic Heritage Month, like any other, and so and I understand the positives of it, and I think it is great to a certain degree, but a big portion of me is like, nah, y'all miss, you missed the mark on this one, or with this particular question, because it doesn't mean as much to me as I was taught it should growing up. In the way
I mean, it doesn't mean the same to me as it should be what I was taught growing up, because I wasn't taught a lot of it growing up. So yeah, I think that question or that makes sense. That it doesn't mean
it does. I don't want to say it doesn't mean anything
right,
to
because
me,
it
but I'm
it's history and it's part of us that we need to know. But because we weren't given that celebrate this instead of hot dogs and fireworks. I mean,
right. And so because even just in my everyday life of information that I am intaking, because the algorithm and all of the things and just they're listening, the things that I take in is surrounded around people of color and diversity because I am a little bit of everything. And so I enjoy taking in all of it, not just, Black content, not just what I'm taking it all in, and it is a part of me. Mm-hmm. And so that's a piece of what it means to me. But as I'm formulating the answer, I was like, y'all might not like this. And I'm like, that's okay.
It's what we need to sometimes
thank you.
See, hear, read, get a response that we don't like, but that also puts us in our place of okay, but why do I feel this way? Oh, because...
Right, because usually...
this was not well thought out.
Right, y'all, come on, you're better than this. You are better than this. I'm not naming the platform because I can't, because I know that there is a good intention there. It comes from a good place, and I do believe both can be true. It comes from a good place, but it also comes with okay, it's Black History Month and this is what we're doing. Like, we've got to,
we're gonna
jump on, not the bandwagon, but like this is where our content lies this month, because it's the month for Black people. And I'm like, oh, I'm happy. Like, all of the feels. Like, I am like,
I can only imagine.
So, I find it a little uncomfortable as I sit here, sweat, and talk to you guys about it, talk to everyone about it. But because most of the time for Black History Month, we're thrown the MLK quote, and we learn about Harriet Tubman, and it's the same every time. So I'm trying to answer this question in a way that is most authentic to what it means to me. So everything that I just said to y'all, I'm gonna sum up and put it out there. And then you should—
Transcripts.
Yes, then you should be following us on Instagram, buttons.studio, and then, because we're definitely gonna re-share it, and then you'll be able to figure out who the platform is. Was my
Spoiler alert.
Yes, was my spoiler alert plug. So yeah,
so I was really frustrated when we had this initial conversation.
And it was so interesting that you were frustrated, and I was like, what? Anyway, yeah.
And also, I don't want to project my frustration about all of this onto you, because
Let's do it.
Whatever, but how do you feel now that you've had a little bit more time to mull it over, to continue to be this spotlight creator? Is there a scenario that you would say, you know what, no, and I'm going to tell you why? Or, what is, if that's something you want to talk about, I guess.
No, that's
interesting.
This
to me is such a huge miss. It's it really is, this is exactly what we want, for you to be recognized as the creator that you are, and, elevated on lots of platforms. That's, huge for your career.
Yes.
As you continue to grow, these opportunities are going to come for you, but,
how do I tell people to come correct or help
this
them?
Network, this network is just where it misses the mark to me, because it's not like Bath and Body Works approached you and was like, hey,
Right.
that whole fucking whatever
is correct.
But this is I am trying to word it so that I don't give away right now.
Right.
But it's a level of content viewership community that has also been semi-marginalized. So I think that's it. I'm not expecting it to miss that general white people
Right.
we do this last minute, or hey, my 2 Black friends, can I talk about you during this month? It's I already kind of am past that, but
Yes.
it's the other level, excuse me with my language speaking, the other level that frustrates me is that it's not equal, but a semi-marginalized thing that's kind of approaching this for you. And
it's tough.
I know no one's perfect, and
right.
Props for everyone who's trying to learn. I'm looping myself into this, trying to make this better for the future, but it's still
you want to shake them.
You're
because
I'm you really if
you know better, or we should know better, and that's the thing though. And so I'm hoping, I hope answer
you're just
your
super
question.
gracious. I think that's
Yeah.
just the obvious, and it's frustrating as I watch this happen to you, because I as much as I'm I want to be able to do something about it, the thing that I can do about it is just talk about how frustrating it is, and tell other people to
Don't
not
do
fucking
this.
do this, but
Yes.
that doesn't mean it's not going to happen to you,
Right.
more. And that's I think where it's I just hate watching this, and it's a slow what I can do about it besides
Yes.
whine about it. on
And
the
change
internet.
is a slow turning wheel, whatever that phrase is. My thoughts on that, because I am going to do it. I did think about not doing it and be actually, I don't feel, the thing is, I don't feel comfortable, because I would rather use the opportunity as a platform to talk about in an appropriate way how they miss the mark.
Okay.
My answers, and probably even in my email response back to them, like, hey, you might want to think about changing your interview question. Or like, and that will be a part of it actually. And then in my answer, explain in a way. I'm gonna be a wordsmith and find the words to address that by saying like, this month is just another month.
28 days,
year.
Not a whole fucking
Right.
30, 31. It's 28 days.
It's just another month for me as a woman of color and as a creative. And because this is my history, this is my everyday. And so as much as I appreciate being highlighted, I feel that we could move as a community past it only happening in February. I'm gonna have to.
I mean, you could do birthday months for
Yep.
like creators. You find out their birthday. I don't know.
Highlighting a topic. I'm not, but and so the intention, it is well intended, and so, but even like moving forward, I do have a feeling there are going to be times where I will have to like thank you, but no thank you, and this is why. If you want to come correct and like have a conversation about, as someone of like, you're asking people of color to do this, maybe think about the way that you ask or the questions that you're asking. Like, be a little bit more thoughtful in your approach and your content. In terms of how you're going to showcase, like, yes, I'm like, oh, okay. It does feel like that moment where, you know, oh my God, you sent me, no, I sent it to you. I found, there's a comedian, oh my goodness. And I forgot her name, and I'm so sorry. We're going to put it in the thing and do all the things.
I said we'll link it downstairs. We'll link it below.
But there was a clip where she's like, you know, during everything that's going on in terms of the Black Lives Matter movement, did you have those white friends that texted you and was like, if there's anything that I could do, let me know? And it's like, don't let me know that I'm your only black friend. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Keep that to yourself. And like, as a part of those white folks who texted, they were also the ones that were like, can you explain this to me? Or let me ask you this, or can I that, like, and for some, I am that gracious individual, and I'm like, okay, sit down, let's talk.
So gracious. So gracious with a fucking capital G.
But we should not have to do that. So in terms of being thoughtful, doing your own research, finding ways to honor people of color.
And like learn without stepping in, without saying anything. Like, I mean, there's for sure times that I've been like ignorantly white and been like, whatever to you. And when it's like been pointed out, I'm like, fuck yeah, okay, I have so many other resources like called the internet to like fucking learn. Like,
because I literally was just about to say that they should have ran those questions through other people of color to get a consensus, but then it's like we're doing their work for. I feel there's a happy medium.
I mean, there's for sure a happy medium, but it's like,
right.
I mean, at some point, I can like understand you as a person by being around you and like not necessarily being like, so you like your coffee with milk in it. Okay.
Yes,
like,
yes.
I noticed that you like to shower, you know, at this time, like, you know, things that are just like, great. Okay. So I don't shower when she's showering because fucking hot water. Okay. She likes this type of thing. So like, I mean,
take the temperature of the room. Absolutely. It just dawned on me because so many platforms that are created by people of color in terms of doing things for Black History Month, or even like there's so much content out there that expresses that like it's not just a month, or like it's American history.
It
like,
literally is our fucking history
it's everyone's
that we just weren't provided.
Exactly. So looking at other platforms and seeing what they're doing, or other Black platforms, what they're doing, you're like, you know, this might not be the best question or the best way to attack this. So
it's doing the work. It's going in and taking the temp of the room, feeling it out, and then asking the like, okay, well, I hear this is a thing, or I've seen this. Like, I want to ask you about it and get this. So it's at least specific. So, I mean, you said it thoughtful.
So y'all, I had to like hash that out. And you know what? Yes, it's Black History Month, so it is a little appropriate, a little ironic that like that we're doing the thing. But you know what? I do what I want because it's our month apparently. So you should let us know what you think by dropping your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you next week. Bye.